So what do you do if you want to create the look or need to replace or restore ceilings in your Victorian antique-style home? Well, you find someone like Francois Fourier of Iconoplast Designs. Francois?
Yes.
Renee. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, I'm working on this Victorian East Lake home in Cabbagetown, and they've got these incredible plaster cast ceilings there. You know, the owners are a little concerned about maintenance and perhaps maybe some restoration might be needed. So I understand you do that kind of work right here in your studio.
Certainly.
Okay.
I'll be glad to show you the process. Great. So here we have a shop drawing. If you want, the step number one is usually the client will give us a photo or a book or a painting to be inspired from. In this instance, this is a pelmet, which is a window box. The client gave us a photo. From the photo, we issued a shop drawing to develop our details, our proportions, our construction. Mm-hmm. And from this detail, we made a line drawing full size of the overall item. And once that line drawing was approved, then we go into realization. And that's what we're doing right now.
So this is realization here.
That's right.
So from your shop drawings, you go to three-dimensional.
Exactly.
How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Renee Heward.
I'm Evgeny, nice to meet you.
Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, so you're working here with artist clay. And
right.
How long does it take to do this rendering?
Well, the process like that may take about a week to finish, if you have the good reference as the shop drawing or the photo.
Okay. So does the client see it at this stage?
Yes, client comes to see the work in progress, and when it's done, the client wants to make some changes, and we do that, and then it goes to mold making.
So what we have running here is a completed mold from which we're going to make the first cast. The artwork has been completed in the same manner than you saw for the pelmet. This mold is actually just extremely thin.
Whoa.
Because it needs to be pliable, so you can take it out. Because you have extreme undercut. You can see that we can actually put our hands right in the undercut. We need a mold that pries easily and that can release the cast.
There seems to be moisture in here. What is that?
What we do is we spray the mold with a small solution of detergent and water to help break the tension of the surface. So the process here is very simple. You'll see that we start from a liquid, and as it evaluates the cast, the mixing will become thicker and thicker until it has the consistency of cheese, in which we apply on all the walls. Then we're going to reinforcement with sisal. You'll see it's handmade from cactus.
All right.
And that will be the reinforcement. And then we do another coat in the inside, and we'll see the piece.
Wow, that's great. While we were waiting for the plaster and the shield ornament to set, Francois walked me through the traditional method of making an extrusion molding.
So this process, René, you must absolutely see, because should you have any repairs needed in your house, in the house you're working on, this is a technique that was used then and is still used now. Basically, what the process is called an extrusion. The craftsman here, Mookie, will be laying out plaster in his liquid form, applying burlap for mechanical resistance. The mix has to be very intimate. You must have a lot of plaster throughout the burlap. And it is better to have plaster in between the layers of burlap. You see the burlap as being a ham sandwich, and the burlap is the ham. You need bread on either side, so you need plaster on either side. That's how the strength comes from. You know the term plaster of Paris?
Yes, plaster of Paris.
The reason you have so many subways in Paris is that Paris was a gypsum quarry that was all digged out. So that's why we have such a web, because that's what the plaster comes from for centuries.
Right. No mystery that some of the great artisans come from that area.
We have to look after the next generation because we are so low-tech that it's very easy to phase us out. Nowadays you have different ways of making production, but this being such a small production of so little items that it is not worth really to machine cast it.
Well, it's highly specialized, and
very specialized.
The upside of that is there's only very few people that someone can come to when they need this. You're one of them. So, how long will this piece take to dry then?
It will cure in about 15-20 minutes, but meanwhile, I would like to show you a piece previously done.
Oh, great. Oh, look at that. It's still see the burlap, the frame where it was
Yes,
cut. Yeah.
exactly. And it could be cut to 8 feet length or any length.
And it's so smooth.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, that's great. Well, while this is drying, perhaps we could go have a look at the other piece that we're
At the
working
shield,
on. Yeah,
certainly.
great. Now, is this always successful, Francois, or did you ever have any failure rate on the molding process?
Well, no comments.
No comments. You don't want to jinx it.
That's right. You know.
Voila.
Voila.
That's beautiful.
Some parts are still warm.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, it's hot.
Yes.
So now this will dry for how long?
A couple of days.
A couple of days. Clearly, this is the place to come for the wares if they're considering restoring any of their plaster ceilings. Well, thank you so much for walking me through the process. I
You're
learned
welcome.
so much.